Hey guys, wishing you a very good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I am going to be reviewing few fragrances, let's say a couple of videos. So first episode is going to be this individual review of this fragrance called Calvin Klein, and this is the Defy fragrance with Parfum concentration. So as you can see, I put next to it is my other favorite, which is the EDP. A little bit different coloration on the bottle. I reviewed that already. Okay, check that one out. And then there are three in the line. EDT, which I reviewed from a sample, EDP, and then Parfum is the highest concentration. And I did put this in a couple of lists, I think, like few days back. This fragrance made like a couple of my lists, So I did say it's a very great fragrance, and I said this kind of like a perfection. Usually, Calvin Klein is a house I really like. Not many people like this house, but I always am weak for Calvin Klein because one of my first fragrances to start the journey was in fact Calvin Klein CK1, which I still have a little bit of juice left. I use it sometimes once in a while, but nowadays not as frequently as before. This fragrance is more like my nostalgic fragrance. I use it, once in a while. But CK House, I do have CK1 Summers, the Eternity line, Then it has have few of the other lines, which I really like. But mostly I love CK Reveal. Okay, so there was this other fragrance called CK Crave. I think, yeah, great fragrance. So modern days, what do they have to offer? 2023. I think they release these fragrances back to back years. 2021, 2022, the EDT. I mean, 21, 22 is this, 23 is Parfum. So they come in different bottle sizes. I think smaller, 30, perhaps 50, 100 standard, and then also 200. So this particular fragrance, I did recommend to some. I don't know. This is such a dust collector. I mean, this one just attracts dust. No matter how much I wipe, it still gets dust. Anyway, so someone recently bought it under my recommendation, and he's loving it. He's on a holiday. I'll tell you the story. So basically, let's look at this fragrance and let's tell you what it smells like, how long it lasts, who's it for, stuff like that. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to pause a little bit. So anyway, back to the review. Let's get with the presentation. So this one comes in this kind of box. Calvin Klein, pretty big words, and you cannot miss it. It says Parfum concentration, 3.3 fluid ounces. Side. See, when the boxes catches dust a lot, I guess. So yeah, nothing much going on here. It's like typical of a box. It says Calvin Klein on top of the box. Here at the base, you'll find batch code and sticker and barcode. So if you scan it, supposedly it will give you the product information if it's original, and the box, like the batch code should match the bottle at the base. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. Early morning. I'm still having coffee, by the way. Still haven't woken up, so I do apologize. The bottle again, fingerprint magnet, if you can see. Yeah, if you touch it, it's like a pebble. I really like the bottle. It has this nice little finishing at the edge. It's not like a straightforward bottle. It's kind of like curvy here. This thing is like sharp. The same bottle they use in every fragrance, like every single flanker. But this one, the colorations are different from EDP. EDP is a little bit transparent at the base. So this one reminds me of a couple of bottles that I have in my collection. Just show you quickly. Bleu de Chanel and YSLY, EDP. So if you know those, you know this bottle color looks like that. Okay. So basically the cap has a good grip. I mean, it has this nice little grip. It's kind of like a, rough. So it's like it's easy to take off. It's a plastic cap. Plastic clap. What's wrong with me? Calvin Klein written. It's like engraved. Really like it, but it's not as good quality as YSL YDP caps. The atomizer is a little bit dwarfy here. You can see. Atomizer is good. Okay. So I'm gonna put it here. I'm not wearing anything. Let's just go one. This one, typically, I would not do more than, it clicks onto place, by the way. Yeah, it does. So you can pick it up, no problem. So this one, I would not go more than 4 to 5 sprays in winter. That is a lot of sprays. I mean, if you really want to project, but I would suggest go ideally 3 if you really want to enjoy and make the best use out of it, because this is quite potent. Okay, this fragrance has excellent longevity. So prices wise, I was hesitant to buy this when it came out first. This whole line, CK Defy went for about I think people are asking for something like $45 to $65, which is very, very steep for a Calvin Klein. I do love Calvin Klein fragrance, as I mentioned before. CK Reveal, the Eternity line, even Obsession is my favorite. They do have some of the other ones. They're good, but the usual prices are like $35 at best. But nowadays everything's getting a little bit pricey, so brand new release is going to be a little bit expensive. So if you can wait, year-end sale, Black Friday sale, this is going to come down to, I paid about $53 to $52 around that. That is okay, right? But still a bit expensive for Calvin Klein. So keep that in mind. And the thing is, this fragrance, concentration perfume, it does act like a perfume. It does have really good longevity. I think ideally it's under 20 degrees Celsius. This fragrance will perform just like this one, 7 to 8 hours easy. Okay, longevity is about 8 hours plus. So you can see it's a beast mode fragrance. Performance, likewise, I have no issue. The projection from this is good for 1.5 hours on me. After that, it gets a little bit close to around 3 feet around you. So these things about performance. So scent profile, according to Fragrantica, are bergamot, lavender, vetiver, amber. This is a little bit different than the EDT and EDP. They all have their distinctive notes breakdown. Okay, like for example, that one next to it is EDP. That one has, I think, maybe mandarin orange, black pepper, leather, suede, and vetiver. A little bit masculine, spicy leather vetiver combo. This one, it's not that much of leather, but I do feel the presence of a little bit of a, when I spray this, it's kind of sweet. The mandarin orange is very, very noticeable. And then at that point, the lavender and even the bottle coloration sometimes may make you think, is this possibly a cousin of Dior Sauvage Elixir? Because that one also has lavender. It does have that lavender property, but it's not as spicy or barbershop like. Okay, this one goes to a different direction. So it's a fougere with a little bit of a blue and amber. Okay, it's a nice little fragrance. If you like Dolce & Gabbana K EDP, not the EDT, EDP, you would like this. Okay, if you like the one, you would like this. I'm liking this a lot. This is very, very sweet, fruity, ambery. And I think at this point, you can also compare it with little bit, YSL IDP, because that one has some freshness. I find some freshness of that in here, but this is a different kind of a beast. I think YEDP is basically a total win. If you ask me about comparison, I would buy YEDP any day, but again, check out the prices. These are like $110, $120. So not cheap. And then that thing, the YEDP, the new versions are not as strong as the old one. So keeping all that in mind, this is a very, very solid fragrance. I actually would say this one beats the YSL EDP or some of the EDT Intense, the new version. This one beats that for value and performance, both. And smell-wise, it's a kind of like, if you know Dylan Blue, YEDP, Dolce & Gabbana K EDP, or the one for that matter, this fragrance will come off nothing really like unique. You have smelled this DNA before, just that you cannot remember, oh, which fragrance is similar to. It will make you think like that. I really, really think this is a good fragrance for a little bit of a dark denim jeans with a t-shirt. If you like to tuck in, which is out of style, people don't tuck in t-shirts anymore. We go like normal, like without tucking, So this one, if you're wearing, let's say a little bit of a boot, okay, let's say Timberland boots, okay, those waterproof, excellent boots, like for hiking and all. I don't know why you wear it, but I would imagine. And then you're wearing your denim jeans with a white t-shirt tucked in, and you're just going trekking. This is the perfect fragrance. Mild cold weather to winter, this is gonna perform really well. And I feel there's a hint of somewhere pink pepper, which I really like. It gives that kick, but it's not super spicy. It's more sweet, lavender-like, and also that citrus up top is very, very nice. So this uniqueness-wise, I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's not very unique. If you really want something more daring than this, I would say go for EDP. EDP definitely has an edge to really make you think that leather, it's very prominent, and I think this one projects even more than that. So the last fragrance I would say this one reminds me of is YSL Le Parfum. I think there's a Parfum version, whole blue bottle, not the EDP. The whole full bottle, like the blue bottle, that one has performance like this, projection like this, and the same, everything attributes same for colder months. But this one again, if you get it discounted, it can be 1/3 of the price. 100 ml versus 100 ml, you make your pick. But the best suggestion I will tell you is never buy fragrances based on reviews. If you have a mall around you, let's say they have testers, just spray it on your skin. Just do the smart thing, sensible thing, and walk around the mall for 1 hour, go for a lunch or something, come back after 2 hours, couple of hours. That point you already reached the dry down. That's how you should define not define that's how you should test every fragrance. And if possible, try multiple times. Get like a small sample, official sample, run that sample out, In that way, it will also be a very good, solution. But I would say I really, really like this. Both this EDT and Parfum, I really love it. I'm waiting for them to release maybe Elixir or nighttime version, which is going to be even nicer. But very, very solid release. This fragrance, I'm so impressed. Even though it's a generic smell, but it's so pleasant. It's high class. You can wear it with a suit, formal, very versatile as well. Like where you wear Dior Sauvage, EDP, you can try it. Where you wear Blood Chanel, you can try this. This is a CK's version of those fragrances, but it's more of a like lavender sweetness on the dry down with that amber and hint of pink pepper. Hardly that much of leather, but it's very masculine, fresh, clean, and confident fragrance. So give it a try. Different people get different experience on their skin, but I would say try it. It's underrated. Compared to many $100 plus fragrances, this fragrance line is underrated. Just do not pay retail. Overall, I give this Defy line perfection 10 out of 10. That's just my rating. This one is kind of like a 9, 8.5. This is 10. Such a nice polished perfume. It's like the pebble, like the bottle is such smoothly done, and it's finished with nice, like smooth polishing effect. That's how the fragrance also smells. Brilliant, brilliant fragrance release, and safe fragrance. I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser, and it's going to be great fragrance for Christmas or any holiday occasion, right? So check it out. CK Defy Parfum by Calvin Klein. I give it a perfection 10 out of 10. That's the review. Let's do one more, then we'll upload it. Take care.